Hi everyone, welcome to another update from the Server Runtime Series for the 19th of January 2023. This is another part in the series, What Can You Do with Server Runtime? Today I'm focused on Apache Airflow. So Apache Airflow, if you've not heard of it, is an extremely common tool used by most data engineering teams today to do ELT and ETL. Now there are tons of issues with working with Airflow in a CI/CD kind of manner because you typically are working in a shared cluster and you tend to override each other's changes, and so it'll be great if you could use Server Runtime to spin up a dedicated Airflow instance where you can work on. Now, this is not an original idea. I kind of stole this idea from Fred, who's working on this Airflow seg, which has a goal of making development of Airflow much easier. And so this is just my take on how Server Runtime can help in that space. So I'm going to start the journey here in a repository within GDK where I've got an Airflow demo with a bunch of DAGs. And I've got a dev file as well here, which contains an Airflow image, which I used to run Airflow, and just something to hold a runtime. So I'm going to go ahead and create a workspace. I'm going to specify an ID to inject. I choose VS Code this time. I'm going to go ahead and create a new workspace. We'll just give a few seconds for this workspace to start up. Okay, so the workspace is running now. I can go ahead and open the workspace, sign in, and I'm actually inside my IDE. I can go ahead and open up the repository, which is in home workspaces. And within the repository, I can show you that I have a few DAGs, and I'll open up one of them. So I have a few DAGs here, an order calculator, and then also the shipping DAG. What I can also do, because in my dev file I've exposed Airflow on a port here, I can go ahead and just open that up by appending the port number. So that, put the port number, and here I have a dedicated Airflow instance just for me. You can see the DAGs have already been loaded in. I can enable the order calculator DAG, and then I can have a look at the graph of what are the steps that are in the DAG in the ETL workflow. You can see that's 3 very simple steps here. I can go ahead and trigger that, and that'll start running. So you'll see as the scheduler sort of picks up the various steps, it can start doing the various phases, so extract, transform, and load. Just take a few seconds to complete. And now you can see it's completed. You can go and see the status of your jobs, etc. Now let's see how the editing experience works, right? So we had this simple workflow. I can actually open this in my IDE, the DAG itself, and I can make a change to the DAG. Maybe I want to add an additional step, so I can create a new task here. And change some parameters. And just make sure I call my task as well at the end. If I go ahead and I refresh my my DAG, you'll see immediately, you can see my task has come in here. Okay, we have the task in now. I can just go ahead and trigger the DAG, and you can see the DAG would execute as we expect it to. Steps are complete now. I can actually have a look at the logs as well. Clicking on that, scrolling down, and seeing that log generated. So that's it. It's Airflow development made easy with Server Runtime. Thank you for listening.